Up You community. How are you doing? I hope you had a good week. My week was hectic, very, very hectic. But I thank God I'm here today to spend some time with you. I'm so glad. You know, it's 6 months for us on radio today. Yes. And we're still partying and upping ourselves here. Yes. So glad to be back here. Glad to be doing what we are doing. Thanks to God, thanks to you, our super special guests, the amazing team behind what we do here, behind the scenes who make me look good all the time. You know, so I'm celebrating them. It's week in, week out. They come in, they do all the stuff. So thank you, everybody. We've only just begun. So let's shake up and keep going. Topic today is woman, shake up, but don't fold. It's our hour on radio, and I'm here to keep you company as usual. So let's do this, my beautiful people. Finding self, finding purpose. My name is Ezinne Ekane. I often love when people say to me that I'm a born marketer. Nothing could be further from the truth. I taught myself how to walk up to people, make eye contact, and pitch my business. I did this by buying a full-length mirror in my house, and as often as I needed to, I would stand in front of the mirror and practice how to talk to a stranger. I rehearsed and rehearsed, tone, inflections, gesticulations, eye contact, and all. The funny thing about this was that I didn't know what I was doing back then. I didn't even know it had such high-sounding names. I was simply shaking off my inability to talk to strangers. And today, 27 years down the line, some people consider me a pro. And now, all that shake-up I was doing then is working very well for me. See, I'm on radio. I'm talking to you. May I remind you, dear listeners, that all episodes of Up You with Ezinne are now uploaded on our YouTube channel. Please go catch up. Take the nuggets you need to run your life and your dreams. Subscribe and leave us a comment. It will help us to serve you better. Remember, it's all about you. Today, as usual, we're streaming on Instagram at UpyouwithEzinne, on Facebook, WFM917, and at gatheringradio.com. Woman, shake up but don't fold. Last week on this program, our guest opened her eyes to the fact that we are limitless. In her words, she said, "The world is our oyster and we can do and be anything we want to be." She said we are the ones that stop ourselves. That is an epic statement, an eye-opener even for me. How can you want something 1 minute and in fact working towards it on the surface, but deep down you're sabotaging yourself with your self-talk and thoughts? How is it that one is able to stop oneself? In my never-ending search for answers, I came across this nugget. I cannot accept cannot as my default setting. We'll keep taking the stress, the juggling, the resetting, the restarting, the refocusing, the everything, but we will not fold. Our focus today will be on shaking up our internal conversations, those conversations that hold us down, you know, the ones that you say to yourself that you think nobody hears. I'm a victim. I am not enough. It is too hard. I can't win at this. I can't win at this. I can't win at this. Come on, add your own. You know all those things you tell yourself that bring you down? Add your own. Just because we don't hear it doesn't mean it's not messing up your beautiful head and your beautiful life. You know, we need to be careful what we say to ourselves, and we're going to be discussing that in a bit. Our guest today is Antonia Ojenabong, an SGBV advocate, social entrepreneur, founder, and chief convener, ToniaBruisedbutnotbroken, a support and counseling group for sexual violence survivors. She has a record of standing up and giving a voice to victims of sexual violence, being a survivor herself. She leads advocacy against gender-based violence and is currently one of the leading voices for survivors in Nigeria. Antonia is a rape recovery specialist as well as a purpose and potential discovery specialist. She's a Goldman Sachs scholar and a pioneer alumnus of Tony Elumelu Foundation, TF, and Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, AWE, and White House-led Women Initiative. And Tonia is a 2019 Oni of Ife awardee for advocacy against gender-based violence and a receiver of the 2020 Nigerian Women Achievers Award for Women Advocacy. When I say shake up, you hurry up and bring out your writing materials, fasten your seatbelts, because this is a no-holds-barred conversation. My dear listeners, the UpYou family, join me in welcoming our very special guest on the show today, Tonia Bruised but Not Broken. Good evening, Antonia. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Good evening, Mom.
Good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's really wonderful and a great privilege to have you on the show. I know you're a very busy woman, so I must really thank you for creating time to be with us today.
Thank
you. You know, the first time I came across you, I said, what an intriguing name. Tonia Bruised but Not Broken. Bruised but Not Broken. I like the affirmation. It's one of the things we'll talk about today, using affirmations to shake up one's life. But let us start with you giving us your perspective on our topic today. Woman, shake up but don't fold. What do you think of it?
Yeah, when I saw the topic, I felt this topic is a good one because life will always throw lemon at us when we shake up by not remaining at our spot. We get up, we just ourselves, and we start afresh again. We always get up when we fall down. So we always shake up, we don't fold. It might take some time, we might take a break, we might rest, but we will still stand up again. We will continue the journey from where we left it. You know, we will always restart, even if we have to rest, no matter how turbulent the journey is, because sometimes the journey gets turbulent and we're thrown too many lemons from different aspects of life, which we never end the stage. But we will still get up. We will never fold. We keep moving on until we take the last breath.
Thank you. You have used some very strong words. Restart, reset, refocus as many times as we need to. But don't you dare fold. No one is permitted to fold, right?
No one
we can rest. We can restart. We can reset. We can refocus. Or like we're saying right now, we can
continue the journey.
Exactly. We can shake up, and then continue the journey. That's interesting. Okay, so tell us about yourself and this unique affirmative name that you bear.
Okay, so my name is oyster.
Yeah.
Most times I don't know how to introduce myself. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also an MTV advocate. Mm-hmm. I call myself a voice for the voiceless rape survivors because a lot of survivors have not found their voices because of the stigma and the shame that is attached to the fact that the lady is being raped. Because shame, stigmatized, is judged while the abuser walks away freely. So I call myself a voice for that voiceless girl who hasn't found her voice yet, because I know that someday she will find her voice and she will speak up shamelessly. So the name ToniaBruisedbutnotbroken but not broken came like my bio says. I was raped. I wasn't raped because you don't rape a minor. Rape is when you have unconsented sex with an adult. You don't rape a minor. A minor is you define a minor. When you have penetrating sex with a minor, it's called defilement. Because a child that is not up to the age of 18 cannot be consented. So I wasn't up to the age of 18. I was living with my uncle, and he held me sexually for years, and he destroyed me. It destroyed me after time because it made me to lose my voice. I lost every sense of self-worth. I was just I was just like a living corpse, if I can use that word, but I wasn't myself again. Along the line, I discovered that the shame doesn't belong to me. That was after I have gone for therapy and I've gotten counseling to know that everything that happened was not my fault. So I made up my mind to move on. I made up my mind that I'm not going to stay in that spot. because the abuser is enjoying his life. He has moved on, but my life was stopped. So I made up my mind that I wasn't going to stay in one place. Yes, I was bruised. I was destroyed. I was damaged. I hate at that time. I was broken, it fractured my emotional life and my mental health. So I refused to stay in that spot. So I was good, but I refused to be broken. So that's how the name came about. So every time I say that to myself, Tonia, you are good, but not broken. That's how the name just came out. Tonia, good, but not broken. So anybody can call themselves.
Wow.
Ezinne, good, but not broken. Yeah.
Wow.
It's an affirmation. It will always make you realize that, okay, this has happened. Yes, it has happened. My past doesn't define me. I have a whole lot ahead. I can live a normal life again. And for sexual violence, it's very difficult most of the time if you don't get help. The pain can actually even destroy you. I say it's difficult because this part of the world, we attach so much to the private part of the woman. So much is attached to it. And we're very religious and very traditional in our society. So the woman is shamed. No mention of the male gender is mentioned when it comes to who abused the woman, Even in the Holy Book, the woman who was caught in adultery, the name of the man we don't know, but we know the woman and her accusers, they are accusing her alone. There was no record of the man who she was involved in the act with being spoken to or being chastised or being told to do anything. Nothing. We only have a record of the woman being shamed, So that's not just about the main thing of this was not different.
Thank you, Tonia. Tonia is my friend, but I'm just hearing the story for the first time, like all of you. So I'm speechless. And then Tonia, honestly, God bless you. That's quite some shake-up you've done there to be able to take your life back. I've always admired this name and said, oh, ToniaBruised but not broken. And I keep saying, oh, this is an affirmation. Does she realize it's an affirmation? That each time she says this, she transmits power to herself, and to your purpose. And when you were speaking now, when you now said, I can say Ezinne, bruised but not broken, I said, yes, that's an affirmation I'm going to start using myself. I wasn't defiled and I've not been raped, but there's some other things you're struggling with that are breaking you, But you just say, you know what? You're just bruising me, you're not breaking me. I refuse to be broken down by this. So thank you. I'm going to use this affirmation more often, publicly and privately, and each time I do it, it will be saluting you. So right about now, let me open the phone line so that this conversation can get very interactive and get on the road. So the numbers to call is 07000 917 917, and the number to text is 07031756537. Please call in. Let's make this worth our time. I guess last week, unrelated, because this whole thing, the topic for this month is shake up. We need to shake up whatever our internal conversations, the way we do things, the things that have become routine and mundane in our lives. We shake up the things that are weighing us down so that we can go up lighter and smarter and faster. But in taking her questions last week, she volunteered that she was a victim of defilement at 6 years old. And it took her 30 whole years before she could tell her mom about it, And we were like, wow, 30 whole years. You couldn't shake it off. You couldn't talk about it. She was ashamed. She was, struggling and all of that. But after 30 years, at the age of 36, she came out and she owned herself back and then threw it back at the person who assaulted her, because really the shame isn't hers. But in our climb, I don't know, for so many reasons, they label the victim, And then that's what causes them not to speak out. Fear of this and fear of that. We've seen cases where even the violated is also victimized by society. So for you, you've made yourself a voice. You're speaking out for yourself and for others. What gave you that courage? What informed your decision to speak out about your assault? And how has it been advocating for others who may not be as bold or as courageous as you are?
Okay, so in 2015, I became suicidal. The thing about childhood trauma, like child sexual abuse, is if you don't get help on time, there are so many psychological effects that we can go through, and that's why the advocacy now is get help so that you can live your normal life again. So in 2015, I had spiraled down so much. I've gone into I had severe depression. I was actually diagnosed with clinical depression, and I was suicidal at that point. But I was already following Dr. Memuna Kadri, psychiatrist, online. One day she had written about getting help from suicide, thoughts, and depression. Prior to that, I never knew that we could get help. Now, I'm from a very religious background. My parents were leaders in deeper life. So there were just so many things I didn't know. We never used to watch television. So many things I wasn't enlightened about. So that was my first time of hearing about the fact that suicidal thoughts and ideation and depression is not a spiritual problem, that you can actually seek professional and medical help. So I took her number down, but I didn't call her. So in front of my mirror one day, I wanted to go to my shop, and I just heard a voice. By that time, I was already schizophrenic. I was hearing voices. So one day I asked my husband if suicide was a sin, and he said no. He said yes. Then he turned and he looked at me and he said, Tonia, who wants to commit suicide? I said nobody. So by that time I was already tired. I wanted to take my own life so that my husband is a very nice person. So I wanted him to marry a girl who would not give him trouble. Somebody who would live their life normally, and we worked with the senior pastor of my church. So I felt that having mental health issues were not being talked about a lot that time. So I was ashamed of the fact that I was bringing shame to him and the children. So I thought I was thinking of an easy way out. So when the suicide things started coming, I thought it was an easy way out. And that day, it was our annual conference in church. So I'd gone to the pharmacy near my house and bought the drugs. And when he said that suicide was a sin, I said, I was going to go to church. This was all within me. I didn't voice it out. I was going to go to church. I was going to confess my sins. Then, after the service, I was going to take that medication, take those drugs and drink them. So when I got to church that day, the guest was invited from Ibadan. Never seen the man before, never heard about him. He was an invited guest. So as he picked up the microphone, he just said that the spirit of suicide is moving around the church and that somebody wants to commit suicide. A lot of people came out because the person hasn't come out yet. So I knew this person, but I was ashamed to stand up because I'm an usher in church and I'm like, my husband works in the senior pastor. How am I even going to walk out and say, I want to commit suicide? And he kept saying, the person doesn't come out, he's not going to pray, and all of that. So I just said to myself, I will walk out like an usher, that nobody will know it's me. But I didn't do it. Just knew the person had got it. And then I got to the man like that. I thought we have gone past it. I thought we were making progress and all of that. So I thought we've been very good to me. I think we really did that. By that time, I didn't have any sense of self-worth. I didn't have any value on myself. I didn't like myself. I just wanted to end it all. So I got down Dr. Kadi's number, like I said. So one day I was preparing to go to the office, and I just heard the voice that said, Anthony, I finished it. And that voice had been telling me that. So by that time, I needed help. After reading all the things that the Kadi was writing, I and I didn't want to take my life any longer. I just wanted to get help. So I called her. So the longer short of this story is I kept myself into her mental health clinic to get help without even informing my family or anybody. I didn't tell anybody. Because now, 2022, we can talk about mental health issues and the stigma is reducing. But by 2016, we weren't loud about it like this. And we just couldn't come out to say that as a person of faith that you have mental health issues. So I checked myself in without telling any living truth. Left my phone at home, so my family did not know where I was. They had gone to the police when they didn't hear from me and I didn't tell anybody where I was. It was after I got help from the family that I realized that, oh, okay, not a lot of adults like me who have molested a child and they have not healed. And that's the reason why it suddenly occurred to me that this is the reason why we have a lot of emotionally broken brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just occurred to me that, oh, okay, so this is like a normal sickness. You have malaria, you go to the hospital, nobody shames you for going to take any tablets because you have malaria or any other illness.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we stigmatizing mental health? You know, so I said, okay, now I'm going to be talking about, you know, the first thing going to be adults who have gone through childhood sexual abuse who have not healed. I want to let them know that you can heal, you can live perfectly with you, you can live a normal life with you, and that your past does not define you. A lot of us live with the shame of child sexual abuse, thinking it was my fault. I used to think it was my fault because, like I said, my parents were Christian, and that is late now. So we were not wearing trousers. So I used to think that because I was wearing dresses, it was very easy for my uncle to raise my dress every night. I thought in my small mind that if I was wearing trousers, it would be difficult for him to just pull the trouser off. At least I would have struggled. I kept blaming myself. I kept blaming myself that why did he treat me? I must have done something wrong to God. That is why he allowed this to happen to me. Because as a child who was born and brought up by leaders in the church, I never knew in my entire life that child sexual abuse could happen to a Christian child. I didn't know. What did it happen? Now I know. I have information now, and I know that child sexual abuse does not happen to age, does not happen to class, does not happen to religion, does not happen to faith, does not happen to anybody. So by speaking out was to let other people realize, especially Christians, realize that a Christian can have mental health issues. It's not a big deal. You can seek professional help. You can seek counseling. You can get therapy. You can live a normal life with you. Apart from doing the spiritual things, you can also get medical help for your mental health issues. That's the reason why I began to speak out publicly, and that is the reason why I started ToniaBruisedbutnotbroken.
Whoa. What, I wish you were here. Honestly, I want to give you a hug. I just want to give you a hug, and I'm going to find you this week somehow and give you this hug because you're a very strong woman. You're a very strong warrior, and all I can say now is God bless you. And I'm going to ring this my shekeri for you because you're super.
Oh, thank you.
Super, you know, and thank you. That's a whole, wow. A lot of people could have folded up from what you went through, from what, if they had this sort of situation with them happen to them, they could have just folded up. But no, not you. You took it. You went through the pain and all the series of I don't even know what to call them, the trauma, yeah. And then you decided to shake up your life, everything that you left your home, you left your phone, you cut off the world, you said, I'm going to seek help for myself, and you left. So this is a very I can't even find a more valid example to give to anybody going through stuff right now. If you're going through anything at all right now, folding over is not an option. You can hear it from Tonia, bruised but not broken. You can only be bruised. You can only be for a while. Everything on earth has an expiration date. That is what this woman's testimony is ministering to me. It will come to an end someday, you know. Well done, well done, well done, well done, Tonia. I'm speechless. I'm really, really speechless. I haven't had it this way before, you know. Okay, let's continue. Aside being a rape recovery specialist, you're also a purpose and potential discovery specialist. Please, can you tell us what does it even mean? What's purpose and potential discovery? You know, so tell us. So let's see if there's a way that my listeners and myself possibly can benefit from what you do.
Okay. So because of what I went through, I have been doing several courses just to help survivors like myself. You know, like we know, the shame and the stigma is still very real. So a lot of people still can't talk about it. And one of the things that this particular sexual trauma does to you is it makes you stuck in one place. You see, that's the reason why you will see a 43-year-old girl like me, when she tells her story, she would cry. A few years ago, I would have broken down and I would cry when I tell you this story. But I can tell you this story with a straight face now, and I will shed any tears.
Thank God for healing. Thank God for healing.
So it's not the 40-year-old girl who is crying. It's the inner child. It's that 12-year-old child who was molested that is still crying. It's not that 40-year-old girl who is crying. No. The 12-year-old child inside of her hasn't healed. So every time she tells that story, there's a dissociation. The 40-year-old body stays one place, and the 12-year-old gets up and begins to fight for her. That's why one of the abilities you do is you need to get help for yourself. Getting help has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the abuser. You're getting help for yourself. So what a purpose potential discovery specialist does for you is a skilled professional who helps people to uncover their innate abilities and their hidden talents. A lot of us have hidden talents that we don't even know about. So this person helps you to discover this talent. This person helps you to discover your purpose in life. This person helps you to identify and recommend career paths. What we do this with the help of color and the advanced color psychology.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we use to identify all of it. You do a session, and you have a session with, like a coaching session, but this is just this particular coaching really different. So that's what I do.
Okay.
We have a lot of survivors now who, because of what happened to them, they do not be able to forge ahead. Your guest last week is one of our members. We are so proud of her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's a small world, eh?
Yes, it is. We're really, I'm particularly proud of her now. She's a testimony of what happens when you heal.
Yeah.
It's a testimony of what happens when you heal. So that's why we advise survival. You need to stay. It has nothing to do with the abuser. You see, most of the time, the abuser has moved on, but the abuse is still stuck. So you need to heal so that you can move on with your life. The abuser doesn't even know the effect of what is done to you. That's why sometimes when you're talking, people are wondering, why is she crying? Why is she shedding tears? Why is she doing all of this? Because they don't understand the gravity of what it does to you. It feels everything from you, I mean to say. But you can still live this thing again. It's because God created you for a reason. Sexual abuse has no right to steal that reason from you. you have a second chance to live again. So to every survivor listening to me, check out. So good.
Okay, I have a question from the WhatsApp platform. This question is from Moyo Sore. She sent in this message from Bagada. She's been sexually abused. I'm trying to paraphrase this. And she's saying that you're lucky you went on to get married and have children. That each time she looks at herself, she thinks of herself as soiled. Wow. A soiled human being, not fit to live. She wants to know if she can contact you. And how she can contact you. Please, could you, I'm trying to paraphrase because it's a long thing she's written here. Could you please give us a number for ToniaBruisedbutnotbroken?
Okay, 080
080
9898
9898
7884.
7884. I hope you got that, Moyesara. Please contact her, or you can also DM me. Yes, okay, go ahead. Please listen up, Moyesara, if you're near your radio. Tonia wants to say something to you.
Moyo, I want you to know that it's not because I'm lucky. That's the reason why I'm married. There's no time today for me to tell you my story, for you to find out what my husband has gone through, but he's been on this journey with me. I want you to know that you will also get married and have children. That's the reason why you need to get help. You know, let me tell you something. God has a way of doing this thing. I got married to get my pound of flesh. Today is not the day to talk about that. I got married to get my pound of flesh against men. But you see, God brought somebody into my life who has walked this journey with me. And that's the reason why I'm able to talk to you. So I want you to know that you will be fine. I can assure you of that. You will be fine, Moyo. So if you DM and Ezinne, you then get in touch with me. We have our meetings with you like that. I'd like to give you a call. It's very big call.
Thank you, Tonia. Thank you very much. Moyo, you heard Tonia, and then you can also DM me at UpyouwithEzinne on Instagram. Send us a DM, and then we will link you both up. Okie dokie. So, what you do at the foundation is to help the women to reset, to restart, and to move on again. How you have several success stories, or you have anyone you want to share with us?
Okay, like I said, your guest last week, when I saw you not fly, I was very happy too. And it's a typical example of how you fly high when you feel, because you get carried. Sexual abuse keeps you stuck in one place until you start. That's why healing is very, 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 very important. Very important. Apart from Emma, we have another person. Her name is Ayubi. She also tells her story. Now she's also an advocate. She actually got married last week Saturday. So,
oh wow!
Yeah. So what we do is we get because most people can actually really come out because of the shame attack, like I say, which is very real. So, me putting my face out there, I've been shamed, I've been stigmatized, I've been bullied, my children have been bullied, my husband has been bullied, you know, my husband is being bullied. Why are you allowing your wife to help you? Husband is from Afa in a good place. If you know where that part of Nigeria is, you know the kind of men their men are. I don't want to use the word on national radio, you know. So he's been bullied. Why would you allow your wife to talk about this part of her life publicly, you know? So, but I've just decided that somebody has to pay the price, you know. So nobody should be worried. We'll be fine at the end of the day. So bullying and shaming is very, very normal, which is why a lot of people don't want to show their faces. So at this meeting, we don't take pictures, we don't do videos, so we don't make references to survival stories. some people come here, even their family members don't know that they've been sexually abused. And one of the major things we have found out is 97% of the people who come are from incest child sexual abuse, which is one of the highest, and it's the most difficult to talk about because it has to do with family members.
Yeah.
You know, yes, it's the most difficult to talk about. It's the most difficult. I think 3 years ago, we lost a survivor who didn't fully speak out and her death was one of the hardest for me in my entire life. It took time for me to be able to heal. It took time. It was her father. She was never brave enough to talk about it. And still she has that. So we have a lot of women who are going through this. So it's a safe space. It's a safe space. You will never find the story on our page. I don't make reference to anybody's story. So 100% confidentiality is there. So that's basically what we do. And now we've extended it further. We do interventions now. We never used to do interventions before. We do interventions now. We're one of the first responders for domestic and sexual violence in legal state right now. Yes, we work directly with CSI. So we prosecute cases now. We just don't stop at just doing therapy and counseling now. No, we are ready. You know, we work with TIA, we work with AULA. TIA is Provision for International Women.
Yeah.
And we provide their services for pro bono. You know, so that's the next thing we're doing now. Before we just used to be counseling and therapy, but now we take it a step further to get justice for the survivors. We have if it has to do with a minor, a lot of them are placed in shelters, and we have shelters in Lagos State. Like the Lagos State government has zero tolerance to domestic and sexual violence. So,
yeah. Thank you, Tonia.
Nobody can actually for without this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We will have to invite you again on this program because we can't exhaust this conversation in the time that we have. My producer is already signaling that time is up. So I'm just going to ask you to quickly wrap up. Give us your final thoughts. Please put out a word to people who need to shake up in this way and how they can reach you and all of that. Just say something to encourage them and yeah.
Okay. I want to say that I know that it's not easy to talk about this part of your life. A lot of women will go to their dreams with this particular situation. They will never say it out. But I want you to know that wherever you are, that you will be fine. Your love. I want you to know that the abuse was never your fault. You have to forgive yourself, which is the first step for you to get healing. You need to forgive yourself. You need to know that abuse was never your fault. The abuser is at fault. The shame does not belong to you, like the world and the society has made us to do. The shame belongs to you, abuser. And my final word this evening is you have survived this trauma. You will also survive the recovery. You will be fine. I love you. I care about you so much. I want you to know that I'm rooting for you no matter what. You can find me on Instagram, ToniaBruisedbutnotbroken. I'm your friend, your sister. And like I say on Instagram, dear warrior queen, you are good enough.
Thank you. Thank you for closing with an affirmation. Thank you for coming on the show, Tonia. I will talk to you off show soon. Welcome back. Today is an emotional one for me. How do you know someone and you don't even know what the person is shaking up? So, Tonia, thank you. Warrior woman, bravo. You're shaking up a system. A whole system of silence, of people suffering. I mean, that imagery that you painted of a 40-year-old woman crying, but it's not the 40-year-old woman that is crying. It is the violated 12-year-old girl that has been living inside the 40-year-old woman that hasn't healed, that is crying. It's such a painful imagery for me to see. And if we go by the statistics that majority of the women walking the streets of this country have been violated or raped in one way or another, then it goes to show why we have angry women, broken women, bruised women, women who don't seem to get it together, women who can't seem to be in a marriage or a relationship, women with seams falling out by the hems and stuff like that, because they never really got healing. So, Tonia, that's a great job you're doing shaking up that system. Thank you so much. And for everyone who is in need of healing, of shaking off, listen, like she said, the shame is not yours. The shame is the shame of the person that raped you or violated you, or that's the person that should be ashamed. I don't know how society turned it that is now the victim that is now also being victimized, So if you do need to get in touch with her, she's on Instagram as ToniaBruisedbutnotbroken. You can also send us a DM and then we will link you up with her, because it's time to shake off the shame. It's not yours. It's time to shake off all of that keeps you down so that you can go up. Yeah? So my takeout today is that it can be done. You survived the trauma. You will also survive the recovery. In chasing your recovery, your internal conversations matter a lot. Nobody may hear you talk to yourself, but trust me, self-talk is powerful. You need to start to give yourself positive self-talks. They can pull you up. So stop telling yourself that you're not worth it and start telling yourself that you are worth it. You are enough. You're good enough. You're enough. Affirm yourself positively on a daily basis. Read a motivational piece every day. Listen to great philosophers. Practice speaking positive words. Forbid yourself from speaking negatively about yourself and your ability to succeed and be all that you can in life. It's time, woman, to begin to shake up. Pray to God. There's a place for the spiritual in your recovery. This is where we'll wrap up today's edition of Up You with Ezinne. It's been another awesome one. Please follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at UpyouwithEzinne. Get copies of our books, Up You, and When Adversity Strikes, Fight. Big up to everyone that is involved in creating this magic every week. Starting with our dear listeners, our guests, our advertisers, callers, the engineers on duty, the amazing Up You team, the best radio station, WFM 91.7, everyone, you all rock. Stay strong, stay blessed, and stay lifted. My name is Ezinne Kufure Kanem. Until next time, it's Up You.